Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the CWR Clash of Randoms podcast with your host JKD with my co-host.
Hey, the DOC, the LOVE, Dr. Love here to give you the results, reviews, and the news of AEW and NXT.
Absolutely.
And today we're asking you to please subscribe, give us those likes, give us those comments as we break things down this evening going into Winter is Coming.
Which I still believe is a terrible name for a special, but hey,
Maybe the Yeti was coming, like on WCW, the Yeti.
just, let's go and talk about the Dynamite Diamond Battle Royal. Now, obviously, this is where the matchup where a bunch of men from AEW, babyfaces and heels, will come and start off outside the ring. Then, when the bell ring comes inside the ring, will lead up to two members of the Battle Royal remains, would lead to a match next week to have him fight for the Dynamite Diamond, pretty much. And then in the end, none other than NJL, obviously who won last year, along with taking on Orange Cassidy next week for the Dynamite Diamond.
I did like, for the most part, I did like the battle royal. Okay, it tied into um, other storylines. It tied up into storylines that could happen in the future. I did not like the ending at all. I did not. Out of all people in the world, they keep trying to push that doggone Orange Cassidy
Hmm.
when they could push people like Jungle Boy or something like that,
Hmm.
something, or
Strong.
John Silver. If you're gonna push Orange Cassidy, you might well push John Silver then.
Hmm. It's not come yet. However, let's go and talk about the next matchup for the first time ever. Le Champion, the Demo God, Chris Jericho taking on SCU Frankie Kazarian. Now, obviously, to me, this matchup was a huge disappointment considering how much hype they tried to put behind this matchup just last week. They tried to put so much hype behind it, but then it just
Yeah, it was the Daniels Jericho match was a little bit better. Not saying that Kazarian can't work in the ring. Actually, he was doing a good job where he was at. But I think Chris Jericho can't carry his weight in the ring anymore. I think he's gotten a little bit too old, and he can't do that style of wrestling like he used to, which is understandable. Not trying to talk down about him, but he just can't do his part in the ring. Like he's too slow.
yeah. But in the end, it was Jericho who hit the Judas effect on Kazarian.
Yeah.
However, this led to after the matchup where during the battle royal, Sammy Guevara got eliminated by MJL after pushing one of the superstars off. But then Sammy Guevara got really pissed at MJL, and it led to a whole big brawl. Where it led to in the end, it was a ultimatum where either the inner circle either get together or work together, or they just disband. Everybody go their separate ways. So that will be something to look forward to next week on AEW Dynamite. However, let's go ahead and talk about Britt Baker, Dr. Britt Baker, DMD, taking on the Russian, the short little Russian, Layla Hirsch.
Yeah, the Russian America, Layla Hirsch.
Now, this was so surprisingly a really good matchup. I mean, Layla Hirsch showcasing her skills, full of some, talking what she learned, her technical skills and everything. With DMD, trying to, fight through the holes and stuff. But in the end, it wasn't until Rebel came in, distractor, which led to Dr. Britt Baker getting the win, with also Thunder Rosa attacking DMD for causing her matchup. And with that, and then also Layla Hirsch also tapped Rebel, which this could maybe lead up to maybe a tag team match at some point down the line, maybe next
Right.
week.
And I love Rebel because she's just all over the place. And I like the fact that they made her look like a chicken by coming in the ring and get some cheap shots on Thunder Rosa and gave Layla Hirsch something to do other than her just walking off after getting beat, like you say, helping her out.
Hmm. Let's go ahead and talk about our first ever tag team match of the night as we get to see Cody Rhodes and the TNT champion Darby Allin taking on Absolute Ricky Starks and Powerhouse Hobbs. Now this was a good tag team matchup actually. Now obviously this all sparkled up after the fact, obviously Darby Allin still has a thing going against Team Taz as Cody Rhodes called out Taz, which is a low shot, man. You never did it to, a man like that calling out his son, talking about calling the man out like that, man. You don't do that. But
Right.
instead, Cody Rhodes went that low, and guess what? He paid for it. He
Right.
truly paid for it by Powerhouse Hobbs and Ricky Starks. In the end, Cody Rhodes and Darby Allin got the win. How with Darby Allin?
Great combination move at the end too.
Yeah, with Darby Allin getting the win, with Powerhouse Hobbs decided to attack Darby Allin and beat down Cody Rhodes until they were going to hit him with the title belt once again. Until we saw none other
The man
the icon Sting.
team.
Obviously, no surprise, Sting was going to do nothing but just come out. And obviously, winter truly came with all the, like the snow, fake snow coming down. Obviously, Sting coming in, or like staring down every single person part of the Rhodes dynasty or whatever, looking at Cody Rhodes, staring down at Darby Allin, staring down at Dustin Rhodes, none other than Arn Anderson, man. Those who hate each other back in the WCW days,
Yeah.
but
Hmm.
you know, hey, there's they probably have an enemy, you know. That probably would be none other than Team Taz.
You know what? That I wasn't really surprised to see him there, but you know, I think it was a good touch for him to come on the program. I think they really needed some of that star power like Sting. So, kudos to them. Kudos.
Yeah. But let's talk about our main event, the AEW World Championship match between Jon Moxley defending his title against none other than the cleaner Kenny Omega. Now this match started off with obviously Jon Moxley brutalizing Kenny Omega, obviously, and then them two going back and forth. I know there's a lot of archer, there was a lot of V triggers in the matchup with Kenny Omega. As you know, overall Moxley beat the man down, even to the point to where he actually could have won the match,
I mean, and
but
that was the most stupid thing I've ever seen in the middle of a match. You have a man beaten, you're gonna throw two chairs in the ring, just sit down and let the other guy sit down. Y'all sit up and punch each other. Volunteer, hey, punch me.
but in
That's so stupid.
but technically, during the middle of the matchup, it was we obviously know that Vice President of Impact Wrestling Don Callis was there, as he knew Kenny Omega very well throughout his career. However, it was obviously outside of the ring. It was Moxley hitting some sort of butterfly suplex on his, heater right beside the fans. Well, at least on the heel side of the fans. Also lead to Kenny Omega actually being out. Don Callis even actually trying to like help the man out, saying that he's hurt. But Moxley didn't even care and decided to bring him to the ring, which led to obviously Don Callis getting pushed by Jon Moxley, which now led to Kenny Omega getting the upper hand and the advantage by hitting Moxley, shoot, hard with the microphone, which made him bleed. Which honestly him actually led him to hit him with like 15 different V triggers on him. But for the he hit him with four V triggers with obviously him finally get the one winged angel with Kenny Omega getting the win and without any celebration ran off all the way down to where Tony Khan had said something and members backstage at AEW came down. All of a sudden, you know, I forgot the guy name, the interviewer name, asked Don Callis, man, what was going on? What was all that about? And all of a sudden Don Callis claimed that he said, make sure to watch next Tuesday and you'll find out what's going on, which obviously means, and obviously we do know next Tuesday there's no AEW special on that. But we do know there is a wrestling show on next Tuesday, and that is none other.
Yeah.
You want to say
Impact Wrestling.
yes, which means it is official Tuesday that we will see Kenny Omega, the AEW World Champion, on Impact Wrestling.
So let's
So
tell them the two places you can check it out at. You can go to Access TV, or you can do like we do. If you don't have Access TV, you can check it out on
Twitch.
Twitch.
I'm looking forward to see what's happening on Impact Wrestling. As actually speaking of Impact Wrestling, that we will come back with an Impact Wrestling episode. And yes, we have been watching Impact Wrestling for the past few weeks. Actually, we just want to jot down some notes and all that stuff because we're really looking forward to talk about not only this AEW thing, but now we're also looking forward to talk about these knockout women's champions and stuff like that. So
Yeah, I'm really into the women division and Impact Wrestling. I love it. Jordan Grace and my girl coming back, Jazz,
and
and
then
then Deanna Perrazzo.
you got Kimberly, then you got Sue Young and all them. But either way, that's AEW. As you also going to see Impact, a little bit of Impact mixed in. But now let's go ahead and move on to NXT. The end of the final NXT before War Games.
War Games.
Now let's talk about Damian Priest and Leon Rose taking on Raul Mendoza and Santos Escobar of Legado del Fantasma. Now this obviously was this all set up to where Damian Priest was defending Kurt Stallion. With the fact that obviously Legado del Fantasma has still got to deal with Kurt Stallion because he's the new number one contender for the Cruiserweight Champion. However, pretty much uh Priest stepped up for Kurt Stallion, which Leon Ruff also did the same thing. However, obviously in the end of the match, it was Priest hit Mendoza with a move as Ruff got the win with a some type of frog splash. I don't know what you call it. What you call it? It can't be the tadpole splash because it's like hornswoggle stuff, but
Man, I don't know what kind of splash it. Oh no, that dude's so skinny, man.
but either way, we were revealed that at the end of the match that we found that there are two other Ghostface and along with Johnny Gargano. So we're looking forward to see what this might lead up to Johnny Gargano winning his third, North American Championship win probably. However, let's go and talk about Austin Gray taking on Cameron Grimes, which no surprise. Cameron Grimes got the win as obviously Dexter Loomis came in with the strap, which obviously it was told that at Takeover it will be Dexter Loomis and Cameron Grimes with a strap match in the strap match pretty much.
Yeah, they didn't made for some reason I don't know what it is. They got Cameron Grimes playing kind of goofy a little bit. He was a little bit more serious when he came. Um, yeah, I don't mind a little funny edge, but it's a little bit. It's getting to be a little bit too much. And I hope it's a traditional strap match, but I doubt it.
But next up, we got Battle of the Cruisers, where we see Jake Atlas, who is dedicating his match to the late great Pat Patterson, taking on Tony Nese. Which obviously Jake Atlas had a good hard edge to him, to where he got the win over Tony Nese, making a great promo afterwards, and he's still not done with that cruiserweight champion. He's still coming for. He's still going to try to be on top of the cruiserweight division. So I'm
Hmm.
looking forward to that. As we talk about the returning grizzled young veterans, was set to take on Everrise until Imperium made their return, beating up
Yeah,
Everrise and having a grizzled young veteran taking on Imperium with a little bit of NCUK tag team matchup going on a little bit. As obviously the match ended in a disqualification with Everrise beating down both Marcel Bartel and Fabian Nackner along with Zach Gibson and James Drake, which Everrise said that they're the team.
man.
Now they're showing that they're not gonna be some jobber tag team like they were years back and like just like a month ago.
But
They're
I tell you
here.
what, there was a pretty decent match. Pretty decent match. And the tag team division is the standard, man, in WWE. It's the best tag team division in WWE.
Considering that NXT has more tag teams than Raw and SmackDown combined.
Yeah.
Which we'll get to that in a later episode at some point.
Now, does it match up with AEW's tag team division? Maybe not. It might have the edge over them a little bit, but they got better workers at tag team.
Mm. And we will talk about this whole AEW thing and Impact thing in a later episode. Our theories about what could happen. Our future ideas of what they should do. But however, let's talk about the final matchup, which is Team Shotzi member Shotzi Blackheart taking on Team Candice team member Raquel Gonzalez in a WarGames advantage, where and pretty much obviously it's the match where you can take on each other in a ladder match. Winner who gets the briefcase, their team gets the advantage by having their another team member comes in first. So this match was overall pretty well. However, it wasn't until the match was going back and forth until Team Candice, which consists of Lorray, Kai, and Tony Storm, to come out and along with Team Shotzi's team, Rhea Ripley and Moon coming out arguing back and forth after both of them were knocked down outside the ring. With that, Shotzi Blackheart was so close again until Raquel Gonzalez pushed her outside the ring, which obviously led to NXT Women's Champion making a return. Io Shirai kind of on top of Raquel Gonzalez's back and hitting the perfect moonsault all over everybody, which is so obvious. With that, Shotzi Blackheart got the win, which leads to Team Shotzi getting the advantage at War Games.
Yeah, and it's very seldom that a good guy team will start first. It's very seldom. So
Mm.
let's war games. I'm very open to watching it. I think it's gonna be really good.
Now, obviously, you can watch War Games at tomorrow night on the WWE Network. Obviously, don't forget to watch the pre-show also on the network and also on YouTube and any of the WWE platforms. Now, let's talk about the first matchup as we talk about Tommaso Ciampa taking on Timothy Thatcher.
Man, Thatcher actually needs a win. He needs a big win.
Mm.
I really would like to see Thatcher win, but I'm gonna go ahead and say Thatcher gets a big win. He's gonna get a sneak
I
win
go with
by a
that.
roll up or something.
I go with that. I wouldn't say all that, but
He's
yeah,
not
I'll
gonna
say
win
that.
decisively. Cause
I say it too.
yeah, cause that's gonna mess up Tommaso Ciampa record. Well, aura if he pins him you
Yeah.
know, aggressively or anything like that. So it's gonna be something like a quick win, a roll up or something like that.
Next up, Dexter Lumis versus Cameron Grimes in a strap match.
And this one, Cameron
I'm all
Grimes,
in for Cameron Grimes.
yeah, Cameron Grimes finds a way to win.
I'm all in for Cameron Grimes in this matchup, no matter what. As we move on to the next match, being the first and only championship match, Damian Priest, Johnny Gargano, and NXT North American Champion Leon Ruff for that
Uh,
championship. And in a certain way, I believe Johnny Gargano is gonna fall through and get and win it for a third time. Be the only guy win it for a third time. Actually, I think no offense, Leon Ruff, I appreciate what he's done these past few weeks, but I think it's time. His 15 minutes of fame is over with. I mean, if I had to choose a secondary winner, it would have to be Leon Ruff, but I'm going Gargano on this one though.
I'm gonna go here with Leon Ruff. I think he overcomes something happens and some get screwed up and he's gonna overcome.
All these weeks I've been saying Leon Ruff is gonna win because I've always believed him, unlike somebody. But I've always believed in Leon Ruff. You never believed in that dude. Don't even say nothing. The only thing you believe
Only
in,
thing I said was the man's too skinny. That's all I said.
he
I
didn't
never
believe him.
said he couldn't
But yeah,
wrestle.
because he was so skinny, he didn't believe him. That's why.
I never said he couldn't wrestle. I never said he couldn't do anything. I just said he's too skinny.
What is one thing you like about Leon Ruff?
I like his charisma.
No,
I
he
like he
doesn't.
get how he gets. He's fired up, man. Dude be on it in the ring.
You know what that sounds like? That sounds like crap, man. The only thing he likes about Leon Ruff is the fact that he sold that black mask months ago. That's the only thing he likes
Hey,
about
I
him.
ain't gonna lie. That was, that was funny. And then the referee's look on his face.
I'm going with Leon Ruff either Johnny Gargano, but to pick one, I like to see Gargano go ahead and finally get the title back. As much as I like Leon Ruff, actually. Oh man, back to the Timothy Thatcher part. Man. For those who didn't see in the background, obviously Timothy Thatcher, was talking. Saying that he was surprised that his student actually like finally listened to him once. And, in the background you saw Malcolm Bivens, and for those who don't know Malcolm Bivens, he was the guy who actually was the manager of the Indian tattoo industry. Obviously he gave tips to and a water bottle towards Timothy Thatcher student who was actually a new recruit in WWE in general. Which leads to maybe that's could lead to the point he could actually help out Timothy Thatcher
Yeah, he
until at the
could.
point.
Yeah.
So yeah. Moving on to another matchup, we had Team Shotzi taking on Team Candice. Team Shotzi being Shotzi Blackheart, NEC Women's Champion Io Shirai, Ember Moon, and Rhea Ripley taking on Team Candice, which consists of Candice LeRae, Tony Storm, Dakota Kai, and Raquel Gonzalez. Now, obviously, we do know Team Shotzi will get the advantage. However, who do you think is going to start for both teams, though?
For both teams, a starter, I believe they're gonna go ahead and start with. I think Dakota Kai will start,
I
and for the other team, I think Ember Moon will start.
I feel like in the weirdest way,
I wanted to say Raquel Gonzalez at first.
I don't want to say Raquel Gonzalez and Rhea Ripley, nor I don't want to say Team Shotzi Black and Candice LeRae. But I think I would like to see Io Shirai and Tony Storm started off.
I would love that. Like I said, but I don't know for some reason. I just feel like it's gonna be Ember Moon, Dakota Kai.
But either way, no matter who starts, the only what matter is who's gonna get the win though.
Who gets the win?
Who will
I
get?
think,
To me, I would say Team Candace will get the win.
yeah, Candace team gonna win.
It has been so long to see a heel team actually win war games ever since
And
Undisputed Era. So I think it would be so great to see Team Candace actually
right.
getting the win
And look for Candace, like you said, Candace LeRae or either Tony Storm picking up the win for the team.
because Team Candace is a team of people who still got more to go. However, Team Shotzi is like two of the members. But for one thing, one of the members was an NXT alumni. As two of the members have done everything in NXT, as one just still keep going. So I think it wouldn't really hurt Shotzi that much. So I say Team Candace will actually lead up to that point. I think Team Candace gonna get the win.
And look for Ember Moon be the one to take the pin or the loss. I think it's
Yeah, I
gonna
mean
be Ember
you would be
Moon.
surprised who take. Probably, hey,
Maybe even shots.
I think it'll be even more. But I think it'll be even more shocking as a dark horse pick to say that Io Shirai probably could take the fall from maybe Candice LeRae, maybe.
That would be setting up a you're right, that could be setting up a championship match.
Yeah. But our second War Games matchup, the Undisputed Era taking on the Kings of NXT, Pat McAfee, Pete Dunne, Oni Lorcan, and Danny Burch, who are the NXT Tag Team Champions. Oh, now,
First, who's coming into the ring first?
as far as who I believe is going to come in the ring first, we did now for the past few years for Undisputed Era, we've seen Adam Cole come in first. I think we've seen Adam Cole come in twice. Let alone we've seen Roderick Strong start off last year. So I'm thinking this year it's obviously going to be Kyle O'Reilly starting off.
I
As
guess
far as
only Lorcan.
as far as who he's gonna start off with, probably gonna be Pete Dunne all over again. Um, However, I wouldn't mind for it to start off with Adam Cole and Pat McAfee again. Even though I, even though I highly believe Pat McAfee is gonna be the last guy to come in. I'm
Yeah,
pretty
he's
sure,
gonna be the last. He's not gonna stay in there the whole match.
and I think as I believe, I also believe that Adam Cole. Well, no, Adam Cole's the last guy last year, so
He's gonna be last guy
probably
again.
I'll probably Colorado be the last guy. We don't know. They started pushing out Colorado as a single star, so but no matter, like I said, man, it don't matter who starts. It matters who gets the W. And I believe no matter what, I'm always gonna go with my boys. UE Undisputed Era, man. I'm always gonna go with my boys. UE
Yeah, I think undisputed area.
the Undisputed Area.
I think undisputed era has it. Um, there's no way that they're losing this match, so they might as well.
I mean, they lost this match for like 2 straight years. I mean, you can't do it to them again. So
They're not gonna lose this match this time. And plus, they already had, a heel team win earlier, which is I'm thinking about the women's one last year, and I hate to go back, but um, I hate to go back, but that was just ridiculous last year when you had Rhea Ripley whooping all those guys.
okay. First of all, you gotta watch the match over because I'm not gonna waste time trying to defend it. But you just gotta watch the match over, really. But both matches were pretty well done. However, I do believe, like I said, Undisputed Era will get the win. Because I believe Team Kansas will also get the win for Takeover. So with that, I think this is actually where we both have agreed to all the matches pretty much.
Yeah,
Pretty much agreed to all the matches. Obviously, once again, Pat McAfee made a great, somewhat of a okay promo. Most people consider him had a. I know CM Punk's praising him, but he had a good promo. But I just have a difference. But
he's a good promo guy. I guess CM Punk was talking about overall,
but
but the thing is, you know, they don't write no script for they don't write a script for Pat McAfee. They allow him to say what he want to say. If you had other wrestlers who were allowed to say what they wanted to say, then the promos will be better because you don't have to stop and think. Sometimes, when you sitting up there and you're trying to memorize stuff, you don't have as much emotion. You don't have as much of your, you know, you don't put your soul into it. So
with that, that was AEW Winter's coming along with NXT results and NXT Takeover War Games predictions. Don't forget to watch NXT Takeover on the Daily Network pre-show on any Daily Network, YouTube, any other WWE platform. I am the JKD. along with the
Hey, the DOC, LOVE.
MCMIKE.
That's right. Telling you to subscribe. Hit
Comment,
those likes. Comment like my boy said.
share,
Share.
and pretty much
Hey, happy holidays to everyone. We love you. So we're gonna bid you a good night.
keep it tight.
All right.